David Palmer was a high school history teacher. His wife Clara ran a local ceramic studio. They had 2 children, Sadie, age 8, and Jonah, age 6. The Palmers moved to 41 Galloway Street in July of 1990, a white Victorian house with a sloped green roof and a half-acre yard. They weren't known to be super social, but by all accounts, they were a good family. No known enemies. No financial trouble. No police history. But on October 17, 1992, they vanished. A neighbor, Margaret Cole, reported their front door was left open. Newspapers had stacked up. The mailbox was full. Their car hadn't moved in days. Police conducted a wellness check. What they found didn't make sense. Inside, the home appeared undisturbed. Dinner plates were still on the table, now covered in mold. The TV was on, playing static. The lights in every room were switched on. But no one was there. No signs of struggle. No signs of forced entry. No blood. But one thing stood out. The basement light was on, a single bulb hanging from the ceiling, glowing faint yellow. The issue? The house's electricity had been shut off by Maple Hollow Power and Light the day before the disappearance due to a billing error. They confirmed there was no power. Yet that light remained on. And according to town records and several accounts, it never turned off again. Even after breakers were pulled. Even after the wiring was disconnected. State police filed the Palmer case under missing persons, entire family. There were no fingerprints, no ransom notes, no credible sightings. A massive search was launched, over 200 volunteers combed the surrounding woods. Dogs picked up nothing. Helicopters scanned for heat signatures. The trail was cold within 72 hours. The home was sealed. Eventually, it went into foreclosure. But no buyers ever stepped forward. It became a local legend. A haunted house story. Except every single night, if you walked past, the basement window still glowed with that same soft yellow light. In 2003, local officials tried to schedule a controlled demolition of the house. But the permit request was lost twice. One inspector, who requested anonymity, claimed he saw something move behind the basement glass during the walkthrough, even though no one had been inside in over 10 years. In 2006, a 15-year-old boy named Alex Herrera was found wandering Route 12 barefoot and delirious. He had broken into the house with 2 friends. They said he vanished in the basement for maybe 5 minutes. Police records say they found him 2 days later, miles away, repeating, "The light won't go out. It won't let go." Alex was institutionalized for 9 months. The incident was filed as a psychiatric breakdown, but the case was quietly closed. Fast forward to 2017. A YouTube urban explorer named Thomas Calder, known as Darklens87, uploaded a video titled, "Exploring the Abandoned Palmer House, the Basement Light." It gained over 400,000 views in 24 hours. In the video, Calder jokes about the haunted basement, cuts the chain of the basement door, and walks downstairs. That's when the footage starts to flicker. He says, on camera, "That's not a light bulb. It's looking at me." The camera drops. There's a high-pitched noise. The screen cuts to black. Calder was found dead 48 hours later. His body was located in the Palmer basement, with no visible wounds, except his skull had been vertically compressed, according to the coroner's unofficial notes. The video was pulled from YouTube. But screenshots remain. In the final frame, if brightness is adjusted, a child's face is visible in the reflection of the light. She's smiling. Local pastor Father Hensley attempted a blessing of the property in 2018. Witnesses say he began bleeding from the nose and mouth mid-prayer. He never returned to the site. As of 2020, the Palmer property was fenced off by the Department of Homeland Security. No explanation was given. Drone footage shows the light is still visible in the basement at night. Some believe it's a power anomaly. Others say it's a government experiment sealed off as a threat. A few, including former CIA contractor Julian Marks, claim the property sits on a resonance fracture, a breach between dimensions, caused by high-frequency signal testing in the 1980s. Whatever the explanation, one thing remains true. That light has never gone out. In early 2022, 5 years after Thomas Calder's death, his YouTube account reactivated. It posted a 13-second video. No description. It showed the basement floor. Dust. Stillness. Silence. Then a child's voice. He turned off the light. But we turned it back on. We are never alone. You're next. Final frame. For blurry faces, a man, a woman, 2 children, all smiling. All softly glowing yellow. Then black. Narrator, quiet. Some say the Palmer family never left. Some say they were taken. Others say they became part of the light. But if you're ever driving through Maple Hollow at night, don't stop. Don't look. And for God's sake, don't look in the basement window. Because some lights aren't electric. And they don't want to be turned off.